Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Greedfall. As a reminder, we do have a drinking game for anybody who asks about Link's Awakening. I mean, that would be awesome, Sinister Wake. If someone on GOG actually watches me, that would be sweet. It's not true. Nobody gives a damn about me, but that would be awesome. No. This game is a video game about colonialism. The only reason I know this is because the only thing I know about this game is that I heard complaints that it wasn't political enough. I mean, I'm not trying to start something. I'm just stating that's literally all I know about this game. I'm actually walking into this pretty blind. I don't even know the genre exactly. I was aware of it last year. I heard good things about it. But otherwise, all I know is that it's a game that's about colonialism. Oh, and if you alt-tab, it mutes. So that's neat. So if you ever hear the music just kind of die out, it's because I alt-tab to write something down. But before I go any further, I do want to say shoutouts and gratitude to Tonic the Dog Tour, Venter616, Tizara, MS Cardo, Upon a Time, Valkorian99, Sildeer, Codex 125, Man with Eel, Zeiss, who left earlier, Loxi, Command and Conquer 2, The Locks, Timonash, Sean73, Cloud of the Stars, XX Venom SNM XX, and of course Harian. Thank you, all of you, very, very much for your support and for your patronage. Thank you, everyone. And now, without further ado, hang on, just want to make sure everything's lined up so I can see everything. Put that up here, put this down here. Let's start a new game. Super easy. Actually, let's see what it changes. So, more damage, less HP. More enemies, more HP, more damage. More enemies, more HP, more damage, and faster enemies. We'll go with easy. Loading. Oh, I'll explain while we're playing this instead of Link's Awakening. Don't let me forget.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
By the way, skippable cutscenes.
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
What is that thing on our cheek? Please tell me that's not hair. Okay, so what do we got? Nope, that's not hair. That's just there. As usual, my particular beard style does not exist because no one in the world actually uses a beard like I do. We'll do that one. There we go. Where is it? Hi, Adam. I mean, magic probably exists in this setting. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll go with that one. So, hey, magic! What do you know? So we can be a mage, a technical, or what is this, Mass Effect? Okay. Okay. Huh. What do you guys think? I do like being a lich. Well, that does narrow it down, Leander, quite a bit. Thank you for your assistance on that. I'm actually pretty torn. But here, let's do a poll real quick. Let me throw up a Twitch poll, which means we're going to mute the game because the game is dumb. But yeah, we got to decide what route we're going to go down, though, man. We got to figure it out. Requested and paid for, Love Baltazar, yes. Hi, APDAF, AppDAF, what's up? Okay, new poll. So we got melee, tech, magic. We'll set it for 2 minutes. Go. Well, it's kind of hard to choose with no information. It's like, would you like to be a Clonflarament, a Terraflon, or a Sugliome? And I'm sitting here like, well, I don't know. Well, I wouldn't know, Love Baltazar. I haven't actually looked into it. All right, we'll be a Sugliome, if you insist. Hey, SJ. But for real, vote. There's a poll up, a Twitch poll, as we speak. I mean, I remember playing Arcanum, which I'm going to pronounce it that way forever, and of Steamworks and Magica Obscura, or whatever the heck the actual name of that game is. But anyways, what's funny is I've never really delved into trying to be a mage in that game, and when I actually looked into it, you know, found out builds and whatnot, turns out tech is just superior to magic in every way. That actually amuses me. I did the axe trick on my most recent playthrough. That was fun. We could also be magic tech, or tech magic if you prefer. Not magitech, that's different, but magic tech. It's like a space in between the two. I like how one person voted for melee. Oh, there's so many ways to break that game with tech, Sinister Wing. Let's see if I can look up the Arcanums. Axe trick. There it is, the Pyro Axe. The reason the Pyro Axe is so wonderful is you can get it really early on, and it does double the damage of an arcane sword, has no strength requirement, and is the second highest melee damaging thing in the game. And really enough said. But anyways, looks like we're going with magic. So let's get rid of the poll. Close this. Go back to the game. Hello? It's not going to let me go back to the game. I have to do it this way. There we go. Magic it is. So we have strength, endurance, agility, accuracy, mental power, and willpower. Oh my god, can we become a lich in this game? Someone spoil that for me. Can we become a lich in this game? Just someone tell me that. Oh, take a drink. Someone asked about Link's Awakening. So, willpower increases MP and spell duration, also required to equip stuff. Endurance increases life and balance. Strength increases power of melee attacks and ability to equip. Agility increases fury generation and melee damage. Mental power increases power of spells and required to equip rings. Yes, actually, Aptaf. Nightbot says you should take a drink now. It's actually, to be very specific, it's you drink verb currently as a command. That's the actual construction of the sentence. I think we'll go with mental power. You must have more power. Oh, so then we got charisma, science, lockpicking, intuition, craftsmanship, and vigor. So charisma is duh. We're going to pick that without even looking at it. But just because I'm curious, science allows us to make potions. Lockpicking allows us to pick locks. Intuition allows us to find gather sites. Craftsmanship allows you to make weapons and armor and upgrades. Vigor allows you to increases recovery out of combat, but also is for DC checks. And of course, charisma is charisma, which is a duh for any game like this ever.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
I'm going to try not to comment on how terrible the lip syncing is. Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on. Let's turn that up a little bit. At least we're in the middle of the screen, where we belong. I was just talking this morning about how much I don't care for the over-the-shoulder, side thing like Tomb Raider had. Ugh, no thank you. Yep. Okay, that's the pause button. That's going to take some getting used to. Oh, well, let's not cast any spells.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Oh my god. Am I the only one the camera work is making a little bit dizzy? Alright, hang on. We need to do some rebinding. Holy crap. Okay. See what we already have here. No one ever uses V. Oh, never mind. There's V right there. Let's do that. And yeah. Okay. So that allows us to do that. And yeah, Antonio Banderas is just in the background there. God dang it, I was just talking about how I don't like when the camera does this. Okay. But... Okay, so do it. Okay, that was just bizarre, but whatever.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through the basics, or you risk getting your feathers plucked at the first sign of trouble.
That could definitely come in handy.
In that case, Otto here is going to be your training partner. Go! Fight with honor!
See if that fixes it. What do you want to do? Okay. Oh, for God's sakes. I don't know, Dallas.
Come on, you chicken!
I guess I'll just murder these people. Like you do. Okay. I was gonna say, magic just ignores armor, so, I'm just gonna, you know, kill him. That's cool. Thanks for the armor tutorial. Okay. Right.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
God, that font size! What is with modern games and terrible fonts? Look at that. Like, can you guys read that? I'm actually curious. Oh my goodness.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you
Just
and
funny in contrast to the subtitle size.
a few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Okay, so 2 negatives. Let's just get these out of the way. Font problems. I'll type that up more in detail later. And blur problems, which will also combine with camera problems. Where's my pluses and minuses? There they are. We'll debate these, but so far those are already bothering me. Back into it. I have a mini-map? Oh, of course I don't. Why would I have a mini-map? That's stupid. What's wrong with you?
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
So she's sick with the... We now have a hat. We were so ashamed of our baldness. I might turn the graphics down. Good God. I have an almost top-of-the-line computer here. Where's... What am I... Here we go. Let's kill the shadows. It's the easiest thing to kill. Maybe we can turn that down, too. Hopefully that'll help. The frame rate's just dropping everywhere. That's a little better. You know what? Hang on. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Good video. Let's go to turn off VSync. That's the first thing. Presets. Let's turn it to absolute minimum, and then turn up the textures. And let's see how that looks. Oh, hang on. Turn up the draw distance. There we go. Now let's do that again, because if you hit escape, it doesn't save your settings. I discovered that already when I was setting up for streaming. So, save and quit. Yes. Escape. That's a little better.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Ah. Kurt has joined the team. He has 1 endurance. And he's a melee. He's with the Coin Guard. He is suspicious of us.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
Yeah, I hate to be pedantic about graphics, but I mean, I had the thought earlier. It's sad when the drawn, graphical style of Thronebreaker does better lip syncing than this does. Among other things. Hang on. Like, is this just... Hang on, let's crank it up to max. Let's see if it's just the settings that's messing with the lighting. It looks a little better. Of course, now it's all juddery. Whoops, whoops. Wrong. Wait, did it turn VSync back on? God dang it, turn off VSync. There we go, that's better. Oh, here's how you open up the map. Well, when you already have G-Sync set up, V-Sync as well as G-Sync kind of messes with it. So, in my particular setup, I universally turn off V-Sync in every game. Oh my god, it's enemies for some reason. No reason you're attacking me? Like, I'm just wondering, really. Got it. Drunk a potion.
You're running out of energy.
Potion drunk. The blood of my enemies. Okay. See, if I can't tap E to eat loot, we're gonna have some problems here. Okay. Ooh, you know what? That looks like a neat hat. There we go. Much better. That's actually a terrible hat. Listen. We're not going to draw all of our mana. Oh, jeez, the stuttering. Oh, the stuttering. Real. What do we got here? That's not what I want. Oh my god, is there an option to turn off camera? I'm going to Google this really quick. So I'm seeing a thread of people complaining about the motion, the camera swaying. Does anybody know these developers? Like, I've never heard of Spiders before. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play until we get to the island without mods. And then we're going to mod out the camera shake because there's a mod to get rid of the camera shake. And if it's a noticeable improvement, that's a negative. I heard about Technomancer, but I never actually played that, unfortunately. Because I mean, just watch this. This is not my hands off the camera. You see that? Like just you watching that? Ugh.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
So intuition allows me to bribe him. Yeah, the stutter's awful, too. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna be I'm looking at I'm going to look at mods, I think, and just see what we can come up with. Yeah, no, this feels very unoptimized. I agree with that word usage. Hello? No. No, it's not lag. I mean, I'm fine here. So. Give me just 1 second. I'm seeing if we can... I mean, we can just crank the graphics down. That is always the option. Whatever. Anyways, charisma check.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us. Things are about to get dicey.
Apparently I have the mic muted, so I've been talking for a bit now for, no good reason. I'm not even going to repeat myself. Screw all y'all. Screw it. I'm already pissed off at the freaking website. Nexus Mods, not my website. My website's perfect in every way. Except for the fact that it sucks. But, other than that, great website. Oh, my God. Come on, give me my camera. There you go. There you go.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
What the hell? Yeah, so Nexus Mods is being really weird. I may have to actually set up a new account with them because, they're like, no, you don't exist. Have I ever mentioned, if I could just rant for a second here, I really hate password requirements because they're stupid. I know XKCD has made this joke before, but speaking as someone who has worked in digital security for several years, it seems like every website is intended to make a password that is really hard to remember, but relatively easy to crack. Instead of, anything that would actually improve the actual security of the password. I don't know if I agree with that. So there has to be a capital and a lowercase and a number and at least 12 characters is the requirement for this particular site. Oh my God, really? You've got to be kidding me. That is not true, Takoida. And I know that because I only have one password I use for sites that use that. And I use it for 3 sites. Counting this one. Here, have some Morrowind music. My point, I'm sorry, let me be more clear to Koida. Let me make up some passwords, okay? Let's say I have a password of Bob. And let's say I have a password of Bob1. So, let's say I use the password of Bob on these sites and the password of Bob1 on these sites. And then a site comes along and says, no, you have to have an uppercase and a lowercase and numbers and 12 characters. So I have a new password of capital B Bob 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does this make more sense? Like, none of my passwords, except for one, fulfill this requirement. I've got about 20-ish passwords I kind of cycle around depending on circumstances, and only one of them fulfills this requirement. My password for Twitch doesn't fulfill this requirement. My password for my banks don't fulfill this requirement. Ah, screw it. I'm just going to make a new account. Apparently, I don't have a frickin' thing here. Because I kind of really want this mod. Because it's literally the game is literally making me nauseous. What's funny is, back when I was actually working in security, we were trying to push the idea of passphrases. Because a passphrase is actually a lot harder to crack with regards to brute forcing, and is far less likely to be guessed, assuming you don't pick something incredibly obvious. Instead of XGR3I2M exclamation point 5 @ you have a password that's something like, you have entered your email at Nexus Mods. You know, I just read that from the email right now. So, very long phrase, very hard to crack, relatively easy to remember. I'm going to have to figure out what the hell they did with my old account at some point, because I had actually paid for a subscription to the old account, because I wanted to support Nexus Mods. I'm not sure I want to anymore at this point. But let's move on from my overall aggravation. Okay, so here we go. The camera overhaul mod. Is there anything to fix, like the graphics optimization? There probably isn't, but I thought I'd check while I'm here. Let's see. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm very impressed, guys. Good job. There's no nude mods. Way to be. Yet. Don't say that, Leander. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing that really helps with that. Well, whatever. Yeah, I've seen that in Discord. I have no idea. I guess we'll get there when we get there, which will hopefully be Friday. You know, I was hoping to have this game done by Thursday, and I'm already running into troubles everywhere. I suppose I should exit the game. Let's save really quick. Well, no, I said I'd play through the tutorial, and then I'd judge it. So I will. But I'm already incredibly inclined to codify that negative, because holy crap, this is literally nauseating. I suppose I should pull up the chat so I can read it. There we go. Yeah, any game by spiders is obviously negative because, you know, I hate spiders. But yeah, see that blur? That's one of the negatives right there, that blur. They do it in every cutscene. And I don't appear to have an option to turn it off.
That porcelain is worth more than your life.
Which is why he dropped it.
There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
I hate to keep complaining, but just a little bit of critiquing rather than just criticizing. These cutscenes would work better if the camera was zoomed up by about another, like 2 or 3 meters. I'm serious. This setup is, Dakota already commented on this, but this setup is clearly not designed for these kinds of close-ups. And it's made even worse by the blur in the background. If instead they were having this normally, this conversation with with the same general animations and sets that they're doing, except the camera's back there instead of up here, I think this wouldn't be bothering me nearly as badly. Yeah, I will agree, the custom cutscene worked pretty well. If you want to do a close-up cutscene for something that is clearly manually crafted, sure. But these are your typical BioWare thing, right? It's the BioWare animation set. Even Witcher 3 used the BioWare animation set. Yeah, Cord, by the way, until I install the mod, I highly recommend you do not watch this.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land, and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous.
Ooh,
but
boss
I wouldn't know
fights.
what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
The Malachor 5? Sorry.
Be back soon, Captain.
Ugh. Okay. Whoop, that's the wrong button. Hang on. I also have to say, I'm not what you'd call impressed with that map. It looks like they literally took a screenshot of, like, the rendered terrain from the top, and then, like, made some of it darker to indicate what you can interact with. But that just doesn't work for this. It's basically too detailed without being as undetailed as it needs to be. Like it just kind of turns into nonsense. I'm not going to give it a negative, but this is not good map design, which is okay. The overwhelming majority of games do not have good map design, as we've talked about before. Like, the color choice is something I'd point out immediately. This is the color of interactable icons. Look at that compared to just the color of the map. You know, the color choice, the palette. Anyways. Let's go here, I suppose. Oh god, now I have a... okay, that's... And now I just have a mouse cursor. You can't see it, of course, but there's just a mouse cursor. How do I get out of this mode? Oh my god. See, I can't... Okay, we're just gonna not use the mouse for a bit. We'll navigate this way. One of the things that is probably going to sound like one of the most duh statements I've said lately, but when you have limitations of time and budget, you should probably think to work around those limitations and use them rather than trying to brute force your way through them. Just... like, okay. I'm going to share something that you guys are going to make fun of me for. I've actually been putting together the ideas of how to make a television show in my head with the limitations that I currently have. The only thing I can't overcome is time, obviously, but it would be very, 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 very low budget, which means you can't do any flashy special effects or any flashy post-processing or anything like that, so you're limited to what you can show. So let's say, for example, I wanted to do some kind of sci-fi thing. Well, the only way I could do something sci-fi is to put the camera, literally and metaphorically, into a place where the the big flashy aspects of science fiction are not being demonstrated. So, for example, I could find some place, like I could have a living area or like a commons ground or maybe a park, and have that be the place where they're meeting up, have a few props, which are relatively easy to get with 3D printing, and then maybe have some uniforms. you know. But otherwise, they're just talking in a park as they're discussing the events of what's going on, that kind of a thing. Like, in other words, trying to use the limitations rather than trying to have models on strings, to stretch the analogy. You know? Anywho. I'm just saying, I already feel like this game would probably be better if they weren't trying to push it into a, you know, a Dragon Age Origins kind of a perspective. So, apparently, there's cunning, persuasion, intuition, corruption, and crafting are all used to complete quests. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing you could do, Leander. Like, there's options, is exactly it. There's ways to work around that. I'm not saying you can do anything, because you can't. Like, imagine trying to do a space battle with no budget, right? You can't really do a satisfying space battle without a budget. But there are a lot of ways you can stretch that.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I don't know. I would imagine the Age of Sail, Savicom. Obviously in fictional land that we're in.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age. Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
So, I literally don't have enough money to pay him. That's neat. The mouse is still doing this thing. I hate to keep complaining, but I think I need to. I'm going to go ahead and jot this down under story, because that's usually where this is. The directing on cutscenes is just kind of bad. Like, the utilization of the camera is actually kind of awful, with the camera changing perspectives and angles seemingly at random, with no real pattern to it or no flow to it.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
And yeah, to go to the doodad placement thing, this room is a good example of not good doodad placement. It's not bad. I have seen so much worse. But this is not good. I mean, you got like, okay, there's this little thing, whatever the heck that is, the stand. Then we've got, you know, just these two benches over here with items on them. Then the table in the middle with people at it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just, this is not... It feels like, I hate to repeat myself, it feels like the camera should be about, 15 feet that way. And maybe up, like looking down at it, kind of like this, except much, much further away. Anyways, how do I craft? How do I craft? Here we go. Hey, there's a world map. The island. But seriously, how do I craft? Hey, the Congregation of Merchants are nice to me. Everyone else is suspicious. That's funny. Okay, well, I don't have the gold. And I don't have the ability to craft, apparently. Uh-huh. Let's, let this... yeah, I guess we're gonna go looting. Burning, looting, bombing, and shooting. Well, let's head here. See what that leads to.
Citizens of Serene, come to me.
What really weirds me out about the font thing that I already complained about is, as I mentioned, the subtitle fonts are huge. That's an option. Here, I'll show you. Or somewhere that's an option. Here you go. Subtitle size, see? I can turn that up. But whatever.
Is your hat out of style? Does your best
Doodad placement out here is a little better. I'll give him that. Loot, loot, loot.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate.
Hey, look, a camera angle that works.
Those are great
Nope.
responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Okay. Let me point out one of the specific things. Like, I don't like the blur in general. Hey, look, a camera angle that works. Notice nothing's blurred here, right? Nothing. Now look at that. Now, there's been two shots of the older dude that we've been talking to, right? One of them is much closer up where everything behind him is super blurry. The other shot is a little bit further back where everything is only partially blurred. It's the same shot, just zoomed in. But the fact that the blur is increased so drastically between the distance of the two cameras is just disorienting as crap.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
Look at that blur. And it's gone. Oh my gosh. I am trying so hard not to be negative here, but... oh. This game is, in a literal sense, making me feel nauseous. Well, we're going to try a mod out as soon as we get off the tutorial island here.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade.
Look at that!
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place.
Oh god, his tongue never moves.
We would consider it a tremendous favor.
While the rest of his mouth moves, his tongue is completely static in there.
To our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time.
Watch his tongue.
For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Listen, von Falkenstein.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
I've got nothing.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
I can't even do it. I can't emulate it because my tongue moves with the rest of my mouth. Oh my gosh. So the thing that got me laughing in the middle of that is Plutonia made the comment, it's like you're dreaming. Your brain is only focusing on the things it spawns for your direct interaction, and your subconscious is filling in the blanks to convince you the room exists. Which is a good way to put that, by the way. But the thing about that made me laugh is that means the thing that our brain is dreaming about is his teeth and his mouth movements. And that's what we're focusing on in the dream. Camera's still borked too. So I'm just kind of trying to make do here. So you're probably wondering why I keep saying the camera's borked. I've actually had this problem with Elder Scrolls games, although there's a workaround in Elder Scrolls games. The way it works is it's not capturing the mouse. So, like, if I scroll to the right, like, the game is still scrolling, but my mouse is now on the chat, and now it's on OBS, and now it's over here on my second monitor. And if I click, it's way over here because the game isn't capturing the mouse. So I can't really use the mouse except to aim at the moment.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even...
Oh, whoops, sorry.
This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malicor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malicor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malicor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malicor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now!
Bet he's
There won't be
seated.
enough for everyone.
There he is.
Any good scammer knows how to seed the crowd.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Of course he would. Once I kill him in his oh, sorry. Hey, at least I can save in this game. That's nice.
Ah, you're...
Oh, God!
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Die. Die. Horribly.
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Oh, so it's cocaine.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition.
Or opium, yeah.
But if
That's
it
a
helps
better
you
one.
make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
And discuss this right in front of him. You know, like you do. There we go. Kind of messing with the camera to try and make it serviceable here. The product is Fakunk. It's actually teeth whitener. That's what the product is.
To my help, and death to the others!
Oh god. Okay, hang on. How do I... Oh god, I can't... Okay, this is an interesting problem.
Things are about to get nice.
Kurt, can you just deal with this without me? Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh my god. Where is my mouse? Okay. The weird alchemist of the Alliance who rented a room upstairs specifically asked us not to clean it during his stay. The old fool must not want us to break his vials or something, so leave him in his filth. The customer is clicking a link from Leander. No. Now imagine there's teeth there, Leander. That's really how it's going to work out. These pages are small, covered in almost illegible handwriting. Experiment results, patient observations, incomprehensible symbols, but the complexity leaves no room for doubt. The author was a true alchemist and was certainly very knowledgeable. And we now have the Charlatan's Antidote. It's actually called the Charlatan's Antidote. I have to admit, followers being useful would probably be a positive, but I imagine that's only because I'm on easy difficulty. I'll take all that. Whoa, camera. Oh my goodness, I hope the story of this game is good. Because I am really not impressed with the gameplay so far.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone
What?
far.
How?
Before his head ends up on a spike.
We were literally just...
The note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern.
We were just talking to him. Did he just teleport? Does teleportation exist in this setting? I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, this is a setting where magic exists, so maybe he literally just went and vanished out. Also, X marks the plague spot. Noticed a couple of those. Whoa! That was a thing that just happened. Oh, I finally have enough gold to pay this.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yeah, no.
I haven't been able
Yeah,
to
have
sort them
some
out.
money.
In that case, you need to pay me, sir.
Have some money.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool.
Or both.
He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
So, this town is apparently a cesspit of hell death. God. Like, this has not been impressing me with the, civilization, I guess? I don't know. I mean, are we in Tortuga? Like, just tell me if we are. I don't mind. I just want to know. Hey, charlatan. What's up?
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
I agree, Fuzzy Dark. This is voice acting that, frankly, I have heard worse of, but is not really impressing me.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred.
You know, it's sad. When I actually was taking acting classes and in my own experience in learning how to act, one of the most important lessons is to know how to pace yourself properly. You know, don't rush the words out too quickly. But I feel like some people take that the wrong way and just insert artificial pauses, you know, in the Kirk methodology, if you will. And it doesn't work that way. Like, you're not supposed to just sort of start adding pauses without any really thought for exactly where they should go. You know? Like, I think I did a bad job of that there, because I've spent most of my life trying to be a good actor, and I'm not a good enough actor to be a bad actor, but you get the point. Just listen to them. You'll hear what I'm talking about.
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful.
That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
Apparently I'm muted. When the frell did I get muted? Hi. So what I'm going to do... See, I can cast shadow bolts from my hand. So I'm going to grab your face, and then you're going to see a whole lot, and then nothing at all. And I'm not even going to answer Kevin's question now, because I'm too pissed off. And I'm so pissed off, I'm just going to arrest this guy. Because, see, you're probably thinking, Lore, you're being too harsh on him. Screw this guy. Hi, here's a thing that will cure everything. Do I even need to explain why a treatment that people think is real and isn't is damaging? Do I even need to explain that?
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust.
No, this is the opposite of that. Oh my gosh. Like, his statement... oh my god, is that good game design? Holy crap. I can just go turn in.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
Lord de Sade. No, you're fine, Ventures. In fact, Tonic Sea Doctor is actually the first person to put this one on the book, so it was someone before you, Ventures. So you don't bear the burden of the blame.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
I did.
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Burren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir-Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Lord de Sade. You gotta say it right every time. Very important. Like I said, I'm hoping the story's gonna help, because this is just driving me batty. I'm gonna have to look up the camera issue, too. Hopefully the mod will help with some of this. In fact, I'm just gonna hands off the camera again. It's a lot easier. Hopefully there's a alley. Here we go. Is there an alleyway this way?
If you had any idea who I am... Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
If only we had a stealth skill. Do we have a stealth skill? We can just kill them, right? Thank you very much, Meat Fist. Ever and always appreciate the sub. Thank you, sir. Do you happen to know where you want to put that one? I actually need to AFK for just a moment, and by which I mean a few minutes. Here, have some Morrowind music while Meat Fist answers my question. Lord de Sade is ready to return. Okay, let's kill a bunch of organized crime people, shall we? Assuming we can. No, Meadfist. Lord! Just, I gotta say it right. And I got that for Yakuza Kiwami, by the way. Thank you again, sir.
It's blocked.
Hey, there's a crouch button.
It's not possible just now.
So that requires level 1 science and alchemical preparation for elemental damage. Okay. Poor kitten. If only it was secretly a mechanical kitten? I don't know. We'll come up with something. Doubt I can go over here. No. Does anyone know the technical term for the camera, excuse me, the mouse capturing thing I was talking about earlier? I kind of wish I had a mini-map. I know I've said that a lot lately, but it's nice to just have a at-a-glance thing I can just look at and be like, hey. Let's go and save.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with...
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Dakota. But I don't know the verb either. Aw, he saw me. How do I equip my magic? Sorry, I have to keep doing this to use the mouse button, so please forgive me for a moment. I have to keep putting the mouse back in the window to click. Otherwise, you know, this will happen. Oh, I could do this. That's not a bad idea. There we go. Come on, me, just beating people to death. I think everything is still cranked down, yeah, to try and reduce the stuttering. Although it's still stuttering like crazy, so... I actually don't know what that does. Anisopatry? Anyone know that? Probably pronouncing wrong. So I could have snuck in, or I could have beaten them to death with a hammer. I think we all know what the correct choice was. That's informative but unhelpful vigilant. I could try borderless window. I'd have to redo my setup, and I'd have to switch to 16:9 for that. Looking at my gear, don't mind me. Not super impressed with the interface either, but let's not quibble too. Oh, hey, it's capturing the mouse now. Holy crap. Oh, thank God. So there you go. There's the patch fix. Anytime it loses the mouse, I just need to go into the inventory screen. The name of this zone is the Villain's Den. How do I switch what I have equipped? There we go. We'll defeat these villains. You watch. Sneak, 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 sneak. I like how our sneaking sounds like marching. Yeah, anybody who has headache or blur issues, like, say, me, do not watch this until we get off the tutorial area.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
So,
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
hi, Zandroid. I just realized something. The FOV changes when you go into stealth. Watch the window in the background. Do you see that? Like, watch it. Like, watch that whole wall. It, like, you see that? Hang on. It does it when you draw a weapon, too. So the good news is, I think I saw that particular problem, the FOV changing, is going to be fixed by that mod that we are absolutely installing when we get off this island. I'm just coming up with more and more reasons why this is getting codified as a negative. It does it a little bit when you sprint, too. Just a bit, but it's still there. Oh my god.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need.
No, I saw that too, Platonia, which I am not super fond of. Like, here, to demonstrate what Platonia is talking about. And we're over to the left or the right. I was just talking about this literally this morning.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I am sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... Ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Cosillon. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
Nope.
I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things.
Okay, so... And the cameras. The mouse is screwed up again. You remember Takoida mentioned that the cutscene with the mother was much better? You remember earlier there was a cutscene just before this, and it was the cutscene where our cousin was trying to escape. You notice that cutscene was actually well done. I mean, the frickin' blur was still there, but the animation was good and the camera use was actually good. And I was holding off on commenting on that until I had another standard cutscene to immediately put alongside it, like the one we just saw. Like, the contrast between the two is pretty stark. Wait, really? I have a quest to find Constantine's clothes? You have got to be kidding me. Oh my god, why? Dear cousin, you seem to be missing your clothing. Allow me to go procure it for you. Yeah, the outdoor doodad placement seems to be a lot better, I will admit. Although the camera's so far zoomed in that I'm, not really into it. Like, I don't know, I feel like I have no peripheral. I feel like I have no peripheral awareness with this camera, It's upstairs. Well, duh, cousin. Hang on, let's see if we can fix the camera. Nope, that didn't fix it. Hang on, let's do this, that. Nope, that didn't fix it. How about this? Nope, that didn't fix it either. What the hell? Oh my god, the game looks so much better. Oh, I've got it. There we go. Oh, the game looks so much better now. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so the objective's somewhere this way. I think. It's kind of hard to tell. Is there anything? Hang on, there's something I can interact with. There we go. Was that it? No, this is probably it. Oh, wait, hang on, there's a pop-up. I can't read that at all. Ah, there we go. So let Constantine, and then kill him. Okay. That actually looks pretty decent. Okay. That's true, Dark Horse Run. Clearly, I am not set up to be a Jedi. I was always more of a dark side user myself. Utilizing the Force to help people as best as I can. I mean, duh, what else would you use the Force for? Well, okay. And lightning, because lightning's just kind of cool, There's a cool factor. Like you go to the grocery store and someone's like, "Oh my god, I need all the toilet paper." Then you go, that's what lightning's for. The rest of the Force is to help people. If you see me start casting Ultima, you'll know I've officially gotten sick of things.
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tier.
By the way, is this guy like 16 or something?
Captain, I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Like 20 at the most.
Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Screw him.
Be back soon, Captain.
Sir? Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail. I'm still without...
Let's frickin' go.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
Yeah, no. I'm good to leave the tutorial island.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tier Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
To keep making my point, why is the camera moving right now? You notice my hands are right here. They're not on the controls at all. And the camera's just kind of bobbing. Just a little bit, you know. It's like you're a little seasick. Oh my goodness. I suppose I never explained why we're playing this instead of Link's Awakening. It's actually very simple. This is a PC game. Whereas the next game we'll be playing is a PC game. Link's Awakening is a Switch game, and like the next 5 games after that are all Switch or PS4 games. So for the sake of hardware setup and, smoothness, I decided, you know what, let's just rejigger this a little bit. Since we finished Thronebreaker early enough, we could go ahead and try and slam this game out, and then do PC, Switch, rather than trying to go back and forth. That's the reason, that's all. Like I said, technically this game is lower in priority than several other games, but whatever. So if I kind of hold the camera at an angle, it doesn't do the shaking. It's about all I got to try and remove the issues. Hang on, nope. Ah, there we go. Oh, okay.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Okay. It's a lesson!
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
That's a well-made ship.
Cut! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Well, tutorial boss. Sorry, that's mouse isn't being captured right now, so I gotta occasionally reset it. Whoop, like that. And now I can't see Jen. I could block, but you all know blocking is against my religion. Doesn't appear to be any limit to how much I can dodge. Actually, I hope to play a gun mage. Speaking of which...
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Yeah, it got hit by a frickin'...
Remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. The only reason that did anything was because the mast fell on its face. Speaking of which, where'd the mast go? Well, right now the gameplay feels absolutely terrible because every time I do this, I have to reacquire the mouse in order to be able to use the mouse. In fact, let's just remove this so it's less of a problem. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna see if the mod fixes it, but that feels like another separate gameplay negative to me. Because holy crap. That is astonishingly irritating. Well, I've got a controller, and I may have to resort to that. Ugh. That would just codify the negative, if anything. So here's the other ship that's in perfectly good shape. And again, better camera usage and animations in a custom
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most
cutscene.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Plonk.
Stations, lads! Wear anchor and ready hard to wear! Lively now, lively! Catch me a win!
Odd music choice, but okay. His dad, von Falkenstein, who's probably doing it to get rid of him, because that's the best possible choice for the governor of a newly settled and colonized area, is someone you hate and just are trying to remove from your presence. Okay. Yeah, the music choice has been strange. Well, time to make Greedfall. I was joking. Roll credits. Sorry.
What a charming welcoming committee. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your...
I know it's Constantine.
I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest.
And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health.
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must...
That I was given from by my father. Wait.
Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Cool. Welcome to the crew, Lord. Hey, the mouse is back to being captured. Okay, so I think this is enough. So let's save, and let's quit the game forever. That was a terrible game that everyone hated. Any questions? No, I'm kidding. We're going to install some add-ons, because holy crap. Okay. So let's see here.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Why would you do this, Vigilant? Why would you do this? No, we didn't crash. I exited the game. To install some add-ons. Yeah, I heard some good stuff too. But not from Vigilant, who said, I hate you. Aha! I see, Vigilant. Well, it's okay, Vigilant. I don't blame you for hating me horribly. I do understand completely. And thank you very much for the donation, sir. As ever and as always. Although, it's not often you donate towards that incredibly insane choice. But so noted. Well, Crit Source, I don't know if you know this, but I have a website. And if you go to the website, you might actually learn the answer to your question. Sorry, give me 1 second. I need to figure out where the folder is. That's what I thought. Put this over here. There's actually a bunch of mods for like changing how the gameplay works, but Like, here's one for increasing party size. Here's one for carrying more weight. Here's one that removes equipment restrictions. Here's one that gives you experience. All that's neat and all. But none of that's actually something I want. At least not yet. The heck is a memory crystal? Hang on a sec. It's Lordad. Lordad's actually traveling right now, and he's considering stopping for obvious reasons. I do love looking 85 years old. Don't you guys like looking that old? There's a thing that removes the mana cost of regular attacks. That's funny. Kevin, are you still there? I never actually answered your question. Or rather, I did, and then I found out I was muted. Closer camera? Why would you want the ability to move the camera closer? I want to be able to move the camera like 15 feet that way. Oh my gosh. Oh, they wouldn't, Tarian. I mean, you could say that anytime I feel the need to mod something to fix things, that's probably a negative. Hello, Anselmo. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going well and hope you're staying safe and healthy. Alright, let's at least see if the camera mod works, shall we? Thank you very, very much, Ben Smack. Obliged and appreciate as always, sir. Thank you. If you know where you'd like to put that for increasing priority, please let me know. A game by spiders. Which is actually really messed up when you think about it. Super gross. Okay, so let's see if this helps. Supposedly this mod should fix a few things, maybe? Theoretically. In order to see another mod, I will probably go ahead and pick up Suikoden 2. That I can do. That's true, Meadfist. That is true. So, okay. This is supposed to remove the camera bob, remove the shake in combat, normalize the FOV changes. So let's see how this works out. So we're gonna... Nope, we're still doing FOV changes there. And there. And there. And we're still camera bobbing. So it didn't work at all. Why did this not work at all? Why is this literally not working? Okay, hang on. Yeah, we're mostly fine. Like I said, I'm worried about my dad, who's traveling right now. Okay, why is this? Is there a thing? Is there like a mod thing I need to do? I don't see any new options. I'm sorry, guys. I really want to get rid of this camera shake, especially if since there is a mod to get rid of it, because I am, no joke, feeling nauseous right now just for playing through the tutorial. And I do know why this isn't freaking working. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. So I'm seeing a lot of posts on that mod. Not working. Installed it, does nothing. Isn't working. Doesn't seem to have been updated. Oh, great. The last update was in October, by the way. For those wondering. Okay. By the way, there's a mod to remove the battle dialogues, the battle quotes, when you go into combat. Yes, Hariant, that's the one I'm looking at. Why would you want a closer camera? Why would anyone want that? Sorry. I'm down with options. It's just... oh my god. I mean, I really hate to do this, but like we might be at a state where I'm going to have to basically not look at the screen while playing. Because I'm not joking. This game has already made me feel nauseous. I am feeling dizzy and sick right now. I don't even know what you guys are feeling. Because I know it's worse when you're not in control of, you know, the camera. I mean, a fairly large amount of money from a decent number of people have been donated to make this run happen. This is... okay. Let's see. Nope, that doesn't help. Okay, how about this? Okay. By the way, the number of posts on their official forums asking to remove camera shake and head bob and FOV and blur is hysterical. There are quite a few. From months ago. So if we could say anything else about Spider, we could say that they do not pay attention to their own forum. Here, have some music. Correct, Kay. That is correct. I'm trying to see if anybody has just any, like, manual, you know, .ini file edits I can do to accomplish what the mod was supposed to do and does not. See, the problem is these posts are from, like, September, October. What? So there was a patch on October 5th. The patch aims to give way more control of the camera to the player and to fix the camera shake option. Question mark. Like Trafin, for example, would be a good question mark for this. What in God's name? Thank you very much, Trafin. Oblige and appreciate as always, sir. Thank you. I mean, I suppose I don't know with total certainty that I'm playing the latest version. I'm not sure why I wouldn't be. I mean, I just installed this game yesterday. Oh. I don't know how to use injectable generic camera system. Alright. Let's fire the game up again. Actually, let's double check something. Let's double check something. Why would you do this, Shadow Machine? Well, we don't even have a release window for Deltarune. Yeah, Shadow Machine is trying to fix the camera with subs. I don't know how well it's going to work, but I appreciate the effort. Thank you, Shadow Machine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Obliged, as always. Thank you, sir. I'm verifying the patch. Like, it says it's patch 1.0.5436, but apparently the latest patch is supposed to be 1.05. I'm not sure if that's the same patch or not. I did find a thread saying Greedfall was behind patches on GOG specifically, as opposed to Steam, but then I also saw in that same thread that they updated the latest patch in December. We're a little past December, so... Oh my god, Shadow Machine. You've been watching too much of me, dude. That was Deltarune. Yeah, Chapter 2 has a trailer. Okay, so it's updating right now. After I did the verify thing. Jack and Dexter. Thank you again, Shadow Machine. This is probably going to be the worst VOD I have ever produced. People are going to be watching this on YouTube like, what the hell, dude? Before you ask, no, the mod wouldn't be the thing it's replacing. Since it adds files. Which are still there, even. Okay. Let's try again. Dramatic pause. I'm going to get a little bit of ginger, actually, because I'm not joking about the nausea thing. I'll be right back. It's actually funny. Usually I don't have stomach issues, but then again, I enjoy the taste of pickled ginger. And I drink seltzer water. Okay, this is a new option. We're going to turn off camera effects. See if that helps. That again. Bad decisions, Savicom? I don't know. Just looking if there's anything else that's new. Don't see anything. Yeah, funny thing, so when I went grocery shopping Sunday, all the bottled water was out, which ironically I have plenty of. They were fully stocked on seltzer water. In fact, it was on sale, so I grabbed a bit. Alright. Fingers crossed that something there did that and fixed this. I don't think we're going to get rid of the blur, which is bad. Link's Awakening is probably going to get the blur negative too, by the way. Sad to say. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, that is better. That is noticeably better. Still doing the FOV thing. But at least the camera woggle appears to be gone. I guess that's what we're gonna have to live with. Whatever. Kaiv rule Vailem. Jesus Christ. Well, we'll find out in a minute, but I guarantee you the mouse problems are still there, yes.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
And I'm going to find out right now, because I'm going to go Alt-Tab to see Cord's donation.
The commander succeeded, in spite of my failures, to deliver our merchandise here. He wants me to go and find the local quartermaster and that I follow his instructions. I think he's got a grudge against me.
Did they manage to load their cargo onto my ship? If the Admiral learns about this, I'm liable to be given permanent shore leave. Fantastic.
Zug zug.
Yeah, so we're going to hit this. We're going to see if this helps with the camera thing, because it helps in Elder Scrolls. Hey, Tonic. No, I am not narrating everything in Elcor. I'm glad you've missed the first few parts, Tonic, because I have had nothing good to say so far. Cord! You could do one bundle, man. You don't have to do the bits. Well, unfortunately, I cannot put that towards fixing the camera. But I can put that towards KOTOR 2. I can talk. Thank you, Cord. Very much obliged, sir. I go to bed forever. Okay, camera's not bugged. We're okay. We're okay. God. Let's just follow the quests for now. Let's just do that. So there's the palace. That's actually better than I was thinking it was going to be. Oh god, the camera wobble.
Atoy. Sien sradi dao quint.
What?
Attention, soldier.
Let me pass. I must see the chief of your village. Whatever could be so funny?
Now, who would you be to seek an audience with the governor?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. My mother is Amal, the chief of our clan. I am here as an emissary of my people, and I must see your chief, your governor.
And so you are a princess, then?
A what?
Let her pass! Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing. But thank you for your help.
Well, okay. Sure. We have to establish that she's foreign, Goldtech. The outfit and manner of speech certainly don't do that. Well, I'm hopeful the story's going to catch me, Tonic. We're just out of the tutorial. We've been having massive technical difficulties. And like, you know, causing me nausea levels of technical difficulties, so here's hoping. Yeah, at least the bobbing's gone. That seems to be fixed.
What is this? Who is this amazing person in your company?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid, daughter of Meb. My mother is the Mal, the chief of our clan.
She even has freckles.
To make your acquaintance, Siora. This is incredible. You look so much alike you could be related. If you would allow me, Princess, I would like to confer a mission to my cousin. You need to visit the governors of the bridge and Teleme to give them my formal regards, that sort of thing, but also to discover what they've managed to learn. They've been here much longer than we have. Perhaps they've made some inroads to finding a cure for the Malachor.
Forgive me, Mal, but I have a request for you. My people needs your help.
I thought we might discuss matters together at leisure, but please, speak your piece.
The lions. The bridge.
The blur is so bad, you can see an outline, like a glow around them. Like, look at the back of her head. It's literally glowing.
I fear that without your help, Our clan will suffer great horrors. We have already lost so many souls.
This seems a sensible request. You know, though, we cannot go to war with our neighbors.
Perhaps there's a way to negotiate a ceasefire. The time to see things more clearly.
Excellent idea. I would be completely lost without you. Go and parley with, the Queen, dear cousin. Try and put an end to confrontations for the time being.
I will come with you. It will take more than one person to convince my mother to lay down our weapons.
Perfect. Take Kurt along with you and anyone you feel useful. I've been told that the roads are not safe. Safe travels, dear cousin. And watch out for yourself. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
Oh my god. Okay. So, let's codify some negatives, shall we? Like, by all means, if anybody wants to try looking into this, I already did and failed, but I also was doing it on camera, so I'm in a rush. If anybody can find a fix for the blur, please share. So, I'm going to debate that last one, because that's a negative that would hit several other games I can think of, too. But, blur, cutscene blur, and the camera issues are just terrible. Absolute guaranteed negatives there. See, this is going back to that earlier comment with the doodad placement. Look at this. Look at this room. I did, Ventures, yes.
Sade, do you have a moment?
Sure, what's up?
Thank you for coming. I know that you're very busy, but I need your help.
I'm listening, sir.
You're the only protagonist in the entire island.
A tiny part of it. As you know, your uncle has asked me to draw maps to facilitate the merchant's travels. Alas, I'm slightly too old to be roaming the paths, setting up camps here and there. So I'd appreciate it if, as you travel, you mark the places you deem to be safe on your map.
Very well. I will take care of it, Professor.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you. One more thing. Do you remember that gigantic creature that you defeated in Serene? Bringing a specimen to the city was obviously not a good idea. An accident was inevitable. But according to my sources, there are others of them on this island, and your uncle wishes to know more about them. I know that a scholar of the Alliance, Professor Serafedin, has also taken an interest in these creatures. I tried to contact him, but apparently he disappeared during an expedition to study them. Naturally, I cannot ask you to rummage through the entire island looking for him, but if you can find any trace of him, his studies on these giant creatures could be immensely useful.
Very well. If I find anything out, I'll let you know.
The road to knowledge is long and difficult, but this is the price of wisdom, de Sade.
So let's see if this fixes anything. I don't think it will. But you never know. I was actually going to ask, Tonic, if you were typing... Like, I will type while driving by doing the voice-to-text thing. But... yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! There's... Let me through! Okay, whatever. Okay, campsites are fast travel points. Map signs are zone lines. Caravans are the things from Skyrim. Got it. And just to be spiteful, I'm going to go right over here. Just to prove that I could. Okay, so. It's on the other side, actually. Okay, now that we're out of town, it looks better. As horrible as that probably sounds. Ah, so there's the actual overworld now. Merchant camps. You can buy or sell items, manage your companions, or access your chest. The crafting table allows you to upgrade your equipment. To continue down the path. I wish to manage you.
Oh
my god, did you see that? Did you see that? As it transitioned to the cutscene, the graphics looked fine for about 1 second, and then the blur, like, engulfed the background. Oh my god. I don't know if you've already noticed, but I've kind of resolved... Oh, hey, and the stream broke. That's great. What the hell? Can you guys still hear me? Yeah.
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onol Manawi amongst the Renagse before.
Testing.
Is it so surprising
Audio.
that I made this mistake?
No, I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
What the
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renagse. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Okay, is this gonna... Yep, that fixed it. Wow. What? What the hell? Let's see if it does it if we pull his thing up. Yep, nope. We're ice and frozen.
I recruited a young man for the guard a few months ago. Talented. Very talented.
What the hell is this crap?
I've been tracking his progress, and I learned that he's been sent to the barracks in New Serene. I would like you to meet him so that you can give me your opinion.
My opinion? On what?
Ever since our departure from Serene, I've spent nearly every second at your side. But I have clear standing orders to assure the protection of Constantine. And I don't know his guards. Not well, in any case.
I see. You've been thinking this recruit might be a suitable personal guard?
Precisely. And your opinion has weight. So then, would you like to accompany me to meet him?
But of course. Let's go.
Oh, we're back. What the... What the crap hell was that garbage? Okay. I might have a fix for that. Hang on, I'm going to try something that I hate doing. A lot. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to do this. We're going to see if this fixes that. Then we'll pull that in, see if that works at all. Give it a second. There we go. Okay, now let's start up a conversation and see if it happens. Hang on, let's make a silly face first.
Greenblood, do you need something?
Looks like that fixed it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it works. That's the important part. A little stuttery, but that's the consequence.
I must leave you.
Yes, the game has the Malachor. What is it? Oh my god. No, it's not Anthem. Anthem was so much worse. Let's not get exaggerative. Let's not exaggerate, guys. Anthem was a game that crashed roughly every 30 minutes, and every time it did, I had to manually resize it so that it would fit in the stream. Because they didn't know how to calculate saving a resolution in the video options of Anthem. Let's not exaggerate. This is not on Anthem's level, guys. Okay. What do we got? What looks cool? What looks cool? None of these look cool. They all look dumb. These are all dumb. Your husband... it's okay. Of course, we can't afford anything real. I think. Yep, nope, okay. I don't know, Permeus, but we're now capturing it as a OpenGL game rather than a direct 3D game. Which always irritates the crap out of me when I have to do that, because it's so much finickier, but I've had to do it so many times that I have a nice not a pre-made template. I have a template set up for it. So I just slaughtered it in, and here we are, hey! Listen, my sword is not cutting through my cloak. I don't even have a sword equipped. Or do I? No, it's gone. And now it's back. Now it's gone. And now it's back. And now it's gone. No, chat's right here. See, Permeus? I think chat's broke. Oh my god, this game. The game has the Malachor. Okay, so let's go do this quest, shall we? We're probably horrifically offset now. It just occurred to me, because you guys are answering things I said like 2 minutes ago. And we normally don't have that kind of a delay. Okay, fine. Whatever. Die. No. There we go. So we're dead. Let's see how the autosaves are. Hey, not bad autosaves. Okay, so those were skull level mobs. This is the, like, I'm not really skipping anything. I'm just doing the quest. And, oh, someone asked about Zelda. Take a drink. So we can just avoid that combat entirely. We'll kill this thing instead. It's not level skull, right? It's not. Okay, good.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Drink a potion.
Move away. Things are about to get...
Yeah, the fact that there's this pack of skull mobs right off the road is a little bit question marky. But whatever, whatever. I suppose I should level? How level do I? How do I level? How do I level? Level. I do have points to spend in all kinds of stuff. Yes, I wish to have the firearm skill. Because I do actually want to be a gun mage. That does sound kind of cool. Well, they're stupid, Shadow Machine. Nobody likes them. All their demands for me to do things. Poof, I say. Poof! Piff and poff! More MP would be good. So we'll do that. Yeah, if they said a Kai Vurul Vailem, I totally would have taken a drink. Because then I would have, you know, understood. Do I have a gun? I had a gun in the cutscene. Nope, I have an old rusty rapier. And a hammer. You might want to have that checked out. Greed can cause some pretty bad issues. Thank you very much, Mr. Red. As ever and as always, appreciate, sir. I'd ask what you have greed for, but, you know. Maybe it's best we don't know. Yeah, I do not have firearms. Got it. Well, let's go meet the governor. Let's kill these guys. Or trade with them. Oh, this is like a flight path. Yep, got it. Flight path. I once had 90% dark chocolate on stream, Savacom. It tasted like dirt. I once had... What was it? It was like banana, chocolate, peanut butter ice cream, I want to say. That was just terrible. Oh, with bacon. That's right. There was also bacon involved. Combat's okay. While we're talking about the game here. Well, you don't like the blur? The blur. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking into the distance right now. I did play Ride to Hell Retribution and did a full lore run of it. Sort of. I've also had a bacon chocolate milkshake. It was terrible. What? Okay, it's hard to explain why this is so messed up. You see how it's kind of juddering? That's me hitting WASD to move the camera around. And every now and again it just decides not to. Like, and it just stops. I'm no longer hitting the buttons. It's just stopping working. I have no idea what's going on with that. Massive technical issues, badly optimized, and terrible camera, in addition to a disinteresting map design and bad cutscenes. Those are my initial thoughts, Bobby Budnick. I will say, and you guys have probably noticed this, I'm no longer looking at the screen when a dialogue cutscene happens, because it's given me a frickin' headache. So every time people start talking, if you just see me look down or pull up my phone, it's because I am not looking at the screen when they're talking anymore. Because it is unpleasant. At least the bob is gone. That's small favors and all that, but damn. Like, I'm trying, and it's going to take me a bit. I'm trying to kind of leap over the hurdle of these issues in order to just focus on the game itself, because good lord. If this was... Yeah, you love the stutter, by the way. I do admit the overall design of their outdoor areas is substantially better than the indoor areas. Ignoring the frame drops. Like, you know, we got a little bush here, and then we got those things, weeds going out of the water, and a little bush next to that. There's a bit of a tree that's knocked over. We got some stumps here, because obviously they've been expanding in order to get the wood to help build the settlement. We got moss and the rocks, which are laid out in a way that makes sense. You know, it's little details. The outdoors area looks much better than the indoor areas. Well, you don't like the clipping? Yeah, can you see how my posterior pokes out of the cloak? Yeah, that's not great. Not gonna lie. It's a shame, because I actually rather like this style of cloak, in real life as well as in games, but we might segue away from using this. I'm hopeful I'm gonna restart everything during the lunch break, which is gonna be in about an hour at this point. Hopefully that'll fix the lag issue, because I feel like that's just straight up desync.
Halt! In the name of the Enlightened One, present yourself.
Sir de Sardet, emissary of the Congregation of Merchants on Tirfredi. I have come to present my regards to your governor.
We have been expecting your visit, Your Excellency. Welcome. May he light your way.
This game is on sale right now, for those curious. So can I admit something? I don't like this type of minimap. I never have. I'm curious if anyone else has this opinion. Why?
Do you renounce your gods?
Answer me.
So we're gonna kill him.
Why are you doing this?
We're super killing him.
Behold your so-called gods. You are demons. They burn. They are nothing. You shed tears for this creature while your heart should be full of joy. Welcoming the light. Forget your pagan foul teachings. Embrace the true faith.
You are mad.
Renounce your gods!
Inquisitor?
You! Stop where you are. The pagan stink of these soulless natives taints you. You bring demon-spawned barbarians through our gates.
This man just killed some helpless soul in front of our eyes, and he calls us barbarians.
Who are you to address with such familiarity?
I am the Inquisitor Aloysius, and you will be going nowhere lest your answers give me satisfaction. Do you believe that the God of Light is the one and only God?
Don't tell me that you are going to humor this crazed assassin.
If I want to complete my mission, I believe I have no other choice.
I will say in... I'm going to try the, charisma approach here.
Diplomacy may seem to you of little import, but I doubt that your governor will be of a similar opinion. Aggression towards an emissary of another nation is an error that could lead to war.
You cannot hide from the divinity behind politics. But very well. I leave you in divine hands. This time. I shall allow you to continue along your path. I am certain ours will cross again. And be aware that wheresoever you wander, you shall be weighed, measured, and judged.
So I've been focusing on the font to, to not be looking at the game. And the blur. You notice, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, because it's obviously smaller on your screen, but the font, overlaps each previous letter just by a little bit. And I'm not sure if that's deliberate or not. It's not bothersome, it's just interesting. When you increase the size of letters without changing the spacing between letters. There's a term for that.
I wish I'd been given an excuse.
Yeah, there, look. Look at the E's on Ben.
But you did well. Congratulations. You are already a great diplomat.
It seems to me you're being sarcastic.
Me? Oh, my apologies, my lord. It wasn't my intention.
Oh my god. Please tell me there's a good game under here. Just... Oh. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so negative, but... Wow. You ever go to one of those hole-in-the-wall restaurants? You know what I'm talking about? It's just a dingy room... And there's no seating, really. I'm actually describing a specific restaurant. There's no seating, and there's just a fan because they don't have air conditioning. And there's just a counter, kind of, which has been carved out of the wall, and you just see the kitchen in the background, and the walls aren't really fully painted and all that. And the food's really good. There's this barbecue place that I've been to that I'm literally describing. It looks like... it's someone. It looks like it wouldn't belong in Fallout. But the kitchen part, if you look into the kitchen's quite clean and quite well kept. And of course, the food is really, really good and reasonably cheap too. I'm hoping that's what we have here. So far, I haven't seen the good food part of the equation, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's supposed to rain here for the better part of a week, period. Yeah, maybe I should be sitting, further back than I usually do. I'm already several feet away from the screen, but... yeah. Anyways. Oh, cutscene. Look down. I need to have a second game here while the cutscenes are happening.
Pardon me. Are you not part of the new governor's entourage?
I'm his cousin, and I'm accompanying him on his mission to Tir-Fredi. What can I do for you, Father?
Bishop Petrus. How divinely fortunate this is. Did you know that I had the honor of meeting you at your uncle's court when you were a child? I would never have imagined that you would grow up to resemble the island natives so closely.
The island was yet to be discovered. How could you have known?
You haven't lost your clever little tongue. You were always quite a remarkable young boy. I'm on my way to New Serene as an ambassador to the new governor. Do you think there would be room for me to accompany you? The roads are not truly safe.
I must first meet the Mother Cardinal to present my respects on behalf of my cousin.
I will accompany you, and then we can take the road together. I'm so happy our paths have crossed once again.
Sure. I actually like that voice actor, too. A couple of the voice actors have been noticeably better than the others, which I suppose is a fair complaint to levy, since I'm pretty sure we're going to levy the exact same complaint at the FF9 Theater when we get there. So, you know. Stones. Glass house. Hey, Retro Justice.
Your Eminence, in the name of the Congregation of Merchants, I present my best regards.
May the light bless you and accompany you on these grounds with inspired guidance.
I thank you. We truly wish that this visit will strengthen the ties between our two nations.
I learned that you crossed paths with that of Inquisitor Aloysius. I beseech you to forgive his zealous nature. His faith is absolute, and I congratulate you to have appeased him. Your faith and your diplomatic skills honor you.
Another subject brings me as well. The Malachor. The horrible blood plague decimating our peoples.
A terrible matter that worries us all and reveals our imperfections and sinful nature. For he would never have allowed such an evil to spread without a deeper reason, a fault. Our theologians are certain that the Malachor is the work of a curse, and we have discovered that this island is home to a cult that venerates willfully a horrifying demon.
A demon? An evil spirit? It's very strange. Oh, I know no planet worships this sort of troubled spirit.
We must unearth this cult and tear it out by its sinister, sinful roots. We started to investigate a village not far from here, where strange happenings have been reported.
I have begun investigations, and I confirm that a demon is certainly active in the area.
Alas, the population is very secretive, and we have great difficulty gleaning any useful information. But if the congregation would help us in this matter, in other words, if the Malachor troubles your cousin as much as myself, report to His Majesty that the destruction of this pagan cult is the only way to eradicate the plague, and his help in obtaining any information from the natives would be extremely welcomed.
Be certain that your message will be transmitted, Mother Cardinal. I look forward to our next encounter.
Presuming solution to epidemic via pressing one's own political agenda. That's anyways. I'm just pointing it out. You notice she flat out said, and I quote, "The only way to solve this plague is to wipe out this cult." I'm not saying she's wrong, but she probably is. We'll see. Could someone think of a mobile game I could play while I'm doing this? I guess I could just grab the Switch. That's actually probably a better idea. Just pull the switch down here for cutscenes. Play like Metroid or something. Something I could concentrate on the dialogue while I'm playing. Can I... They need to wash their hands. Yeah, they do. No? Okay. Damn right, von Falkenstein. And that's why I'm going to kill everyone. Starting with you, Stab. There we go. Okay. It's okay, guys. The pandemic's over. Von Falkenstein is dead. If it turns out it's not, I'll just blame someone else in chat. And keep doing that until the plague passes naturally. Sorry, was that too real? I'm sorry. Let's try this again. You know what's awesome? Vidya games. I don't know if you've ever heard of the games of Vidya. I'm told they're pretty cool. It's clipping through our hindquarters, Malachor. It's actually giving me a headache, Kemek. It's not just the fact that it's bad. It's actually giving me a headache. Now, I see, actually, funny enough, I would probably be an absolutely terrible politician. I would be ousted in days, or blamed for everything else by all the other politicians. And then ousted. Oh my god, this map. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and be real about something, guys. Normally in a game like this, you know, Oblivion, Skyrim, Dragon Age, my approach is do all the optional stuff and then do the main quest, right?
It must be with the other recruits in the barracks.
I never would have thought you one to take a young recruit under your wing. I have judged you poorly, Kurt.
That's been my curse my entire life, Father. People have trouble seeing past the uniform.
With your permission, guys, I would like to not do that. Not do side quests. Feel free to give feedback. You don't need to agree with me. I'll find out your answer in about 36 seconds. No, I wouldn't be JFK. I'm not an nymphomaniac. I'm also not connected to wealthy and powerful families. Go for it, Harriet. What do you got for me? I am going to go into town and buy a gun, though. Wouldn't be the first time in Oceans. And that's a problem, admittedly. Again, Skyrim, to use another example of that problem. Like, I'm sorry, Skyrim is an excellent example of main quest worse than side quests. Also, Assassin's Creed Origins, while we're on the subject. I need ammo for guns? Pfft. Ridiculous nonsense. Let's see if I can figure out where a vendor is. First of all, have I gotten one? Nope. I did like Assassin's Creed Origins, but the main plot was kind of crap. And substantially worse than the side quests. Excuse me. I'll do the companion quests, sure. In fact, speaking of which, there's one right there. Lincoln. I'm not sure I like the idea of you guys comparing me to U.S. presidents. There's a lot of historical baggage there with discussing that particular group of people. Hey, ammo! I have 1 ammo, guys.
Atuoi! Can you help me?
Nope.
The best forge in Tearfredick!
Greetings, if you're looking for, and if you haven't.
Okay, bye, please. Well, he sells a bunch of swords, a bunch of armor, a bunch of ingredients, but no guns. Who would sell me a gun?
Custom pieces made to order!
Chester A. Arthur. See, Kate, that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid right there.
Hello. I'm not one of... Indeed.
I'm really tired of them confusing me for a native, by the way. Now, can I please buy stuff from you?
I'm just passing...
Nope. Okay, got it. Jimmy Carter. Ah, there's another merchant I can try. Yeah, is this game as good as Anthem?
Excellency!
It's certainly better than Anthem. Already. Aha! Guns! Which I don't have the accuracy to use. Or the money to buy. God, I'm poor! Okay. Hang on. Yes, I don't care. Oh, right. Let's switch back to buy. Buy. There we go. Damn it, Funfalk. I did do some of the side quests, remember? Okay, so. I suppose I will use the blunderbuss because it's the only thing I can equip right now. So, the guns have elemental damage, rate of fire, fury generation. The double hammer pistol, which you can't see because it's way over there for some frickin' reason. Hey, look at these leaves. Has 438% stun damage. But we'll buy a gun. And some sleeping potions, because those are quest items. Well, we're not actually the governor. We're the cousin of the governor. There we go. Ammunition. I bought ammunition. I'm ready to be a mage. Gun mage. Hey, it even equipped it automatically. That's kind of neat. So... If I hit this button, I equip the wrong weapon. How do I shoot? How do I shoot? No. My gun got unequipped for some reason. Don't worry, yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was just hungry there. Okay. Shoot gun. Let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, hang on. Let's go out. Let's get out of town. Like I have the gun and the melee weapon equipped, and I can't get rid of the melee weapon. And I have this great thirst for mana, which must be filled. Yes, I must feed. I need a bit of practice. Apparently I don't have the skill to go across that area, so sure. Where's north? North isn't even on the thing. Oh, west is. So north should be like here-ish. Somewhere. There it is. I see it. I see it. Yes, sorry. When I was saying earlier when I don't like this style of minimap, I was specifically referring to the compass at the top. If you're going to do that kind of compass, you need to do color coding, and it needs to have more information on it. IMO. Of course, I can't go that way. That's it. I'll tape the hammer to the gun, then I'll shoot them and then smack them with the hammer part of the gun. Brilliant! No, I've never played the Risen series. Kermit the Frog here. I can't do the voice. Sorry, guys. Come on, give me a random encounter. I just need to shoot gun. How gun? How do gun? I mean, end's right there. You couldn't tell, because it's hidden behind the object, which is, frankly, bad design. Because it should be, like, you see it? Now you can see it, now that I've moved past it a little bit. It should probably be, you know, under rather than beneath, or whatever. I'll stop playing. Encounter? Anyone? Hello? Do I get one random encounter per area? I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Whatever. We'll kill people with gun later. Unfortunately, Dean Badine is actually the specific reason why I cannot gun. You see, he's actually Japanese, and he has decided to remove my ability to gun as per his particular beliefs within his religion of Japan. Now, unfortunately, I have to respect his religion. You know, that's okay. But, at some point or another, once Dean Badine leaves, I will once again gun. And then we will gun. Oh, and thank you very, very much for the support, Dean Badine. Much obliged and appreciate, as always, sir. Although you didn't say where you want to put that support, so I'm not sure. I mean, you know the consequences. We're going to have everyone kill you with donuts, and that's going to be terrible.
Good day, soldiers.
Oh, God. Down.
Captain?
Soldiers, may we be of service?
You know what? I'm not actually joking about this. I will be right back. Do 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 do. Just pulling my switch out here. There we go. Just put it right there. Make sure the sound's off so you guys don't hear it. I mean, the last thing you want to do is hear amazing SNES music while I'm playing this game, right? Come on, wake up. music off. There we go. There we go. Okay, Mario Maker 2. You got it, Dean Badine. I can't do that right now, but I will in just a moment. And now throwing up.
I'm looking for the soldier, Rayner. Is he in the barracks?
I never heard that name before, Captain.
Never heard the name, Captain.
That's strange. I'm certain he was sent here.
Maybe he's been moved since then. When was the last time you'd heard news of him?
In Serene, just before our departure. But that's been a couple of months.
If I may, Captain, should I have a word with the quartermaster?
That's right, Captain. He has a register with the affectations of every recruit in the Blue-Silver Regiment. Anything else, Excellency?
Rank and assignment, soldiers.
Recruit, first class, Blue-Silver Regiment, 8th Company, Your Excellency.
The Blue-Silver Regiment is made up of men attributed to serve the Congregation of Merchants. I'm one of them, and the 8th Company was sent to Tyr for D, with 2 other companies.
Anything else, Excellency?
What is your charge?
Maintain order in the city, Excellency. Anything else, Excellency?
That will be all.
At ease, soldiers.
And we've got the camera issue again. This is how we dance on the island.
Well, I'll be damned, it's Captain Kurt.
Manfred! Still a quartermaster?
Always, as you can see. What can I do for you?
I've been looking for one of my recruits. Goes by the name of Rayner. I would like for His Excellency to meet him.
Rayner? I'm sorry, Kurt. I thought you'd been informed.
Informed about what?
He is dead. He was found, drowned in the port harbour day before yesterday. I was told he had too much to drink and fell in. I'm extremely sorry, Kurt. The young men drink more than they can handle when they're on leave.
That's bollocks. That lad isn't the sort to sully himself with drink. I don't believe it.
People change. When they're far from home, the lads have little else to do.
I still don't believe it.
Listen, you might as well go and ask the doctor down in the morgue. I might have misunderstood what was reported to me. Those doctors use such long words for simple things.
Excellent idea. At least now you'll see it for yourself.
You're right. Let's go.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Yes, the Raynard thing is continuing as well. So... funny story. Did you see that Breath of Fire 2 was added to the Switch? I don't know when they did that, but lol. I mean, at least you can play with save states, right? No, that's up. I need down. Here we go.
Well now, a visit. Can I help you with something?
We are here concerning the matter of recruit Rayner.
Are you family or friends?
You could say that. I'm the one who recruited the lad.
I see. Well, what I can do is tell you what I can.
When was the body brought to you?
Day before yesterday, in the early morning.
Can you tell me anything about the circumstances?
All I know is what I was told by the fellows who brought the body to me. They said they'd spent the evening together at the tavern, that they'd had a great deal to drink. A horrid habit the soldiers all seemed to share.
Rayner was not a drinker.
Maybe not. All the same, he was drinking that night. He stepped outside for a moment and never came back in. His companions found him drowned in the bay early morn, and they brought him to me.
How then did he die, in your opinion?
He drowned. I'm sorry. It's regrettable. He was quite a young man.
Yeah, and his death makes no sense. He didn't drink, and he knew how to swim.
All the same, that's what happened. I greatly regret it.
Might we take a look at the body?
No, I wouldn't recommend that. To see your friend in such a state.
I'm a soldier, Doc. I've seen a number of men in pieces. Let me see the young lad.
I regret, Captain. I cannot allow that.
I'm sorry, what?
I have as of yet to present myself. I'm Sir Desardet, legate of the Congregation of Merchants on Tir Fredi. And as the title infers, I have the power to inspect this barracks and all that it contains. Therefore, I must insist.
I see. 1,000 pardons, Excellency. I should have recognized you and shown more respect. It's the body in the middle. Examine him if you must, but please be so kind as to not leave a mess after you.
Yeah, Valvedrix, the game is just aggravating the crap out of me. I don't know how to summarize it. It had like 5 or 6 issues.
This doesn't look like the body of young Rayner. This doesn't look like the body of young Rayner.
Wow, he was actually telling us the truth.
This one is just a boy. His face is still locked in an expression of pain. Kurt, is this your recruit?
Yes, that's my Rayner. Poor kid. I should have left him with his family where he was.
If you want to learn more, we'll need to examine the body. Is that all right?
He's not the first young man I've seen with the lights gone from his eyes. Go on.
I'm no doctor, but this boy doesn't seem to have drowned at all. It looks like he's been beaten. It's suspicious.
The boy I knew would never have drunk himself senseless to the point he'd fall into the bay, I'm telling you.
I believe you, Kurt. But if we want to prove it, we'll need to find more evidence.
Okay. Subject is young man. He has several bruises on the entirety of his body, some more recent than others. Forearms, bones are broken, lesions on the hands, several broken ribs, skull is sunken, likely to be cause of death. He drowned. Totes. Let's go confront the doctor with his lies. Whoop.
Excuse me, Doctor, but you owe us a few explanations. This boy did not die by drowning.
It is absolutely the cause of death, I assure you. The science of death is a complex art, and you are certainly not a doctor.
So here's your notes on the matter.
That is true, but you are. Do you recognize your own notes? Your writing is hard to read, but the word drowning never appears.
What an idiot. I should have burned those notes. I am truly sorry. I swear I have never, ever falsified a report before. But I was given no choice in the matter.
How's that? What are you talking about?
2 men, lieutenants I believe, brought a body to me telling me the boy had drowned in an accident. I saw immediately this was a lie, but I did not push the matter. I began my examination, planning to submit my report to the quartermaster as per usual. But the men returned. I was told to forget what I'd discovered and say that he had indeed drowned, or else.
Who were they?
I have no idea. I had never seen them before at the barracks. I guessed their rank by their uniforms.
What colours were they sporting?
None. They must have removed the emblems of their regiment. Listen, it's obvious that this boy was beaten repetitively, and that was the cause of death. I have no intention of suffering the same fate.
Have no fear, Doctor. We will make no mention of your name.
Poor child. I shall pray that he is welcomed by the illuminated, Kurt.
Thank you, Petrus.
Sorry, hang on. I'm getting a missile right now. Look, I'm not. It's not my fault that Super Metroid is more engaging. Okay, there. All right, so. I was actually just thinking in that direction, von Falkenstein. I gotta be honest, this sounds like they have a racket going, organized crime. He was invited in, the kid, and he didn't want to because he was a straight arrow, so they beat him to death. That's my take. Pretty basic, I'll admit. Where is the music? Is the music on? Yeah, it's on, alright, whatever.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
We have a situation, Manfred. Rainer didn't drown. The doctor falsified his report. He was threatened and feared for his own life.
You have to be pulling me leg. Who bullied the crowface?
Lieutenants that he didn't recognize, alas, and who wore no regiment emblems.
Which regiment was Rainer assigned to? I would like to have a word with his commanding officer.
Let me have a look at the register. My memory isn't what it once was. Stab my heart with a rusty blade. His name's been crossed out. Oh, if I catch the bastard that did that.
What mess was the boy into, Manfred? What could this be about?
Your lad was in the 6th or maybe the 11th before being reassigned to who knows where.
Just like that? You out of everyone have to know where the recruits are assigned.
Not of late. This isn't the first lad who's been reassigned all of a sudden at the drop of a hat. Each time I start complaining about it, I'm told they've changed regiments, and it's not my concern.
Something truly bizarre is going on here. I don't like this at all.
Let's try and discover which company he was stationed at before this mysterious reassignment.
Is there anything else?
Hold up. If they're actually reassigning people, that's past criminal. That's like someone's making a power move.
No, thank you.
I need to get to the bottom of this mystery, Greenblood. I don't like being taken for a fool. Even if the lieutenants weren't stationed at these barracks, someone here must know where Rainer was assigned.
We should also go and check the tavern. Men on leave will perhaps have looser lips than those within the walls.
Like, that's pretty much sign one of planning something. Like a coup or a seizing of power or one politician pushing on another is shuffling around the troops to make sure that all the loyalists are where you need them to be. I'm codifying this negative. It was just occurring to me. Like, yeah, I could make the joke that, haha, Super Metroid is more engaging than this. But the actual reason I'm playing Super Metroid is it's a game I could play while focusing on something else. It's a game I know so well that all my attention's on this game, right? As I just showed, I'm already diagnosing what's happening with this quest. But then I started thinking, I am desperate to not look at the screen during cutscenes. So I'm just going to codify that negative and move on. And I just realized it's probably going to blossom into a second negative because it's going to be a nonstop thing, isn't it? So that's neat.
Good day, Lieutenant.
My lord, you are one of the governor's confidants, are you not?
Indeed. Desarde, the governor's legate.
My sincere pardon, Excellency. I didn't want to show any disrespect. Captain?
Lieutenant!
How can I help you?
To which company do you belong?
The 8th. We're responsible for city security.
Some of the men of this company are under my orders, charged to protect the palace.
I'm personally in charge of the port and the surrounding streets. When I'm not on leave, that is.
Are you also in charge of criminal matters? Investigations?
No, Excellency. but an officer of my company is in charge. Anything else?
Yes, why does this pirate keep avoiding my attack?
We seek information concerning a young recruit, a certain Rayner.
Rayner? Sorry, name isn't familiar to me. He must be with another company.
Well, okay. I believe you completely.
Are you sure about that? This is an important matter.
I'm certain, Captain. Was he family to you?
I recruited him. You know what that's like. The boy was killed and then tossed in the bay. I want the head of whoever's responsible.
I did hear talk of a young lad found in the port waters. That's my sector. But I was told that it was an accident, and I had no reason to doubt it. Are you sure the lad was murdered?
Absolutely certain. Beaten to death, to be precise.
What is with this camera?
But I don't know anything about it.
Too bad. Thank you, all the same. Goodbye, Lieutenant.
Like, I'm trying not to focus on the game. That's why I got Metroid going. But, like, you saw that, right? In the middle of a static talking scene. Like, I'm fully in favor of moving camera. In fact, I'm a big proponent of that directing design. But you don't pull the Battlestar Galactica action cam when you're having a talkie scene.
Good day, soldier.
Good day, my lord.
Desarde, legate of the congregation on Teofredi.
Captain Kurt.
Oh, excuse me, Excellency. I didn't know. Captain, I truly am sorry. At your service, my lord. Excellency.
I mean, that was the intent to go to, but I don't know if that's what the game is doing.
You don't quite look like you've got the hang of all this. How long have you been in?
Is it that obvious?
Yes.
It's quite normal for a new recruit.
I joined up 4 months ago, but at the beginning we were on board ship, you see. I don't know if that really counts. I started exercises when we got to New Serene, but I'm making progress, they say.
And do you like it here?
I sure do. That's why I joined the Guard. To come here, to leave the continent. Know what I mean?
I do.
Anything else?
Since you know who we are, present yourself, soldier.
Yes, sir. Recruit 2nd Class Alric, Blue Silver Regiment, 11th Company. At your service. Anything else?
Yes. Your head! And since you care, Dean Badine, for some reason, I just beat the Chozo statue boss. Mini-boss.
That will be all, soldier.
Wait,
Thank
what?
you.
No,
Thank you.
Let's try that again.
At your service, my lord.
Do you know a recruit going by the name of Rayner?
Rayner? It's just... Excellency, please.
The boy is terrified now that he knows who we are. So long as he's in that state, he'll say nothing of worth. You should bring him a bottle to calm his nerves.
That will be all, soldier. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Look me in the eyes. Swear to me!
Oh, sorry. You, give me some brandy. Now.
What can I pour for you?
I feel like I just answered this question.
Give me a bottle of your best drink.
There you go. But be careful. She's got a strong bite. At your service, my lord. Excellent.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Here. You seem tired and a little on edge. A drink would do you some good.
It's just that I don't know if I'm allowed.
You're on leave, or you wouldn't be at the tavern. Then why not?
Yes, but this is His Excellency's own bottle. I don't know if I can.
Drink, I tell you.
Or die.
Now then, why don't you tell us what you know about Rayner?
Well, I didn't serve with him. Well, not really. We just crossed paths. He was leaving the 11th when I joined. Everyone said he was good, strong, and, followed orders. And then, poof. Lieutenant got this order, and he wasn't happy. And I mean really quite unhappy. And then Rayner, he was gone. We never saw him again. We asked where he'd been sent, but the lieutenant didn't want to tell us. Said that it was none of our business. But you
He won't be able to say no to you. You should go and offer him a drink too.
Where can we find your lieutenant?
At the barracks.
Thank you. And watch yourself when leaving. Wouldn't want you to fall into the bay. That will be all, soldier. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
First try mockball, Dean Bedine. In Brinstar. Okay, so. Not yet, Cord. Not for that guy. That's like the nuclear option when it comes to interrogating people, Cord. I want you to use that on probably the guy we're about to go talk to. Based on how this is developing. So what do you think? Criminal or coup? Financial or political? And don't say, what's the difference? I love how they, like, storm through every time you go inside. Like, I keep thinking that, like, 3 times now I've thought that I'm actually under attack as I open the door. And they're just like, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, oh, right. It's just the... It's the animation, right? Okay. Whoops. No, I need to go this way. Yeah, normally during break, I actually don't lay down anymore. I try to get some work done. But I think I may actually lay down today just to try and clear this headache and nausea so I can be fresh for the second half here. What's the difference? Okay, fair, Dakota. Fair. I don't think anybody here deserves that, except for that Inquisitor guy, ironically. So if you want to do the full 40k Inquisitor treatment on the Inquisitor, please feel free. He probably deserves it. Oh my god. This camera is dizzying. The Bale voice is the... What's that stain from? But... Oh, okay. That makes some sense. That's like just a, you know, a warning message, you know, it's like, hey...
Hello, officer.
Excellency, can I do something for you?
Who are you?
Could you tell me which company you serve?
The 11th, Excellency. Anything else?
Yeah.
What's your assignment?
The 11th is assigned to road and outpost security for the congregation on the island. As for me, I'm responsible for the training of recruits and the patrol duty roster. Anything else?
Oh, of course, Baron. Hang on, let me put in the camera mod. There we go. Okay, it's in. Any other questions?
We are concerned about the death of a young recruit named Rayner.
Let's be perfectly straight. We know that Rayner belonged to your company. And as the acting lieutenant instructor, you certainly had him under your command. So just stop with the lies. We've lost enough time here.
You know what they say? Guard business is well guarded.
And concerns only the guard. Now, unless you've lost your eyesight, you've a captain in front of you.
I know. But this story is dangerous, Captain.
If you have so much as an ounce of respect for the boy, speak to us. Don't you believe he deserves justice?
Yes. Of course. Rayner was indeed a member of my company. And an excellent recruit. But you already know that.
Continue.
One morning, I got a note telling me he'd been transferred from my company. He'd received a new assignment. I was so furious that I did my own little investigation to see where he'd been sent. It wasn't easy. No one wanted to give me answers. No one seemed to know anything. But one thing's for certain. Rayner wasn't the only man to have disappeared. I learned that a good many recruits, all the cream of the crop, had been reassigned. And finally, I learned about the existence of a phantom regiment.
Yeah, that's
what
political.
What sort of nonsense are you talking about?
A sort of secret, elite company that were following a special training program.
Where can we find them?
I've no idea. I had to put my investigation to rest. Things were getting dangerous. I began to sense I was being watched. This regiment protects its secrets at all costs with few scruples. If you want to know more, the training officer of the 6th might know something. It's been said that he took part in one of their missions, alongside them.
Are you certain you've nothing more to tell me about this infamous secret regiment?
I've told you everything I know, at the risk of ending up like Raynor, Excellency. Go and see the officer of the 6th if you want to learn more. And leave me alone now. Anything else?
Leave me alone. Anything else? I ask you about the Ghost Regiment.
Are you certain you've nothing more to tell me about this infamous secret regiment?
I've told you everything I know, at the risk of ending up like Raynor, Excellency. Go and see the officer of the 6th if you want to learn more. And leave me alone now.
Is there anything else?
Thank you, Lieutenant. Farewell.
Aw. So, yeah, no, this is sounding more and more like it's the coup option rather than the mafia option. Which can be a lot more dangerous. But considering that this game is already starting us off in political circles, doesn't really surprise me all that much. By the way, in answer to your question, Lord Harrimont, this is a side quest. This is actually a companion quest, specifically. The Phantom Regiment. Oh, jeez, my mouse is gone again. Oh, my God. Okay. Trying to wrestle my mouse back into function here. Trying to... Let's get a save in. And then a fight! Yeah, I noticed, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but there's a time component. Like if you, when you're on the overworld map, the actual overworld map, it says it'll take this many hours and this many days. So I'm guessing there's timed stuff going on. Timer stuff.
Lieutenant.
Excellency, what's your pleasure?
Tell me everything or die.
What company do you serve?
The 6th, Excellency. Anything else?
Tell me everything or die.
To where are you assigned?
The 6th Company is in charge of exploration and expansion of the colony of the Congregation of Merchants on the island. We operate mainly in the wilderness areas, in direct contact with the natives. But don't worry, we respect to the letter Congregation directives and standing orders. We avoid all confrontation with them as much as possible. Anything else?
So we're actually not trying to completely supplant the natives? Holy crap. Oh yeah, the lip syncing, or rather a lack of lip syncing, is kind of terrible, Tonic. I'm not sure it qualifies as a negative, but it is absolutely not good. Voice acting's variable.
Tell me about the Phantom Regiment.
About what? I have no idea what you're talking about, Your Excellency.
So there's a couple ways this can go, buddy.
Come now, Lieutenant. You do realize that the activities of this regiment are particularly suspicious. Secrets, threats, fabrications, and maybe even an assassination. This resembles more the pursuits of a criminal organization than the Honorable Coin Guard. Am I to conclude that you are involved?
No. No. I assure you that isn't the case.
So then tell me what you know about the regiment.
I've seen the regiment. Even fought beside them on an operation. On that occasion, our marching orders were kept secret until the last minute. We were asked to remove our regiment emblems, and our pay wasn't even recorded. And of course, we were ordered to speak to no one about it under any circumstances. I hope you realize the risk I'm taking, talking to you about all this.
Have no fear.
Right in front of that guy back there.
What was
Well, he doesn't count because he's blurred.
An attack. A lightning strike on a caravan from the Bridge Alliance.
Marvelous. A company that behaves like back alley bandits.
I know. It really shakes up the honor code. The regiment is made up of young recruits, carefully chosen. Only the best make it through. The training is extremely arduous. And my guess is that Raynor isn't the only one who's died from it. I know that they set up camp just outside the city, where the men live and train. But I'd be at a loss to tell you precisely where it's found. Sorry, Captain.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
This story is making me sick. Poor Rainer. If I'd have known, I'd never have recruited him.
I'm sorry, Kurt.
This isn't your doing. But these filthy phantoms, or whatever they are gonna have to settle the debt. Believe me.
You do realize that your own commander is certainly involved in this on some level. Outright clandestine operations could not have taken place without his approval.
That he's aware of the existence of the regiment, there is no doubt. That he approves of what they're doing. It wouldn't be the first head that didn't know what his hands were up to.
What do you wish to do now?
I'm gonna find the location of this camp. I have a few friends that can certainly help us. And when I know where to smoke out these bastards, I'll go and have a few fiery words. If you were of a mind to accompany me, 2 of us would not be too many to make sure they settle their debts.
Let me know when you discover where they are to be found.
You can count on me.
I'm actually torn. Progress in the main quest. Cute! So there's our time element we were just talking about. I still am leaning towards coup. This feels like a military movement. I mean, having an entire Phantom Regiment, which is doing what are probably wet ops or black ops. Yeah. Let's pause Metroid there. Anyways, Baron, if you are still there, if you feel like finding a fix for the mod, which obviously is, you know, not working, by all means. Oh my god, this is driving me insane. Hang on. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, I have a feeling whoever's doing this is probably stupid, desperate, or is a proxy for someone else who is basically sacrificing them. Whoops, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Also possible, Zalot.
I met an islander in the streets who was complaining to me about the guards' behavior.
Really?
It would seem that patrols have times.
Oh, I see. Indeed, I've been told about this man. The problem, Your Excellency, is that our orders are strict. Merchants who do not have a patent ratified by the Minister cannot sell their goods in the street. And since your islander doesn't have one, I doubt he even knows what it is, my men have no choice but to confiscate his knickknacks.
I see. Thanks for clarifying that. I'll talk to the Minister.
Is there anything else?
I was told you received the merchandise you were expecting from Serene.
Indeed. We were able to alter the ship's manifest and slip it on board, despite our captain's lack of action.
Alas, we had a great deal to do before our departure. Taking care of a few crates wasn't our priority.
I understand, but the commander doesn't see it that way. He's taken it poorly.
How can I help him set things straight then?
By helping him accomplish the new mission that I gave him. Our merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded. A little less at night, but in spite of that, we weren't able to get them back.
Since these crates are registered in the ship's manifest, make an official request.
The modification of the manifest might have fooled a quartermaster, but it won't fool the Port Authority. We'd have too many details to explain to them, and our commander would not like that.
What? Is he waiting for us to bring them to him then?
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
Why is that? They're already marked with an inscription.
Most of the men are illiterate. A coloured mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's
Damn
see
it.
what we're able to do.
Sorry.
Is there anything else?
I failed at Crade Quick Kill. Sorry, guys. Keeping you up to date. Okay. This is probably damning with faint praise, but now that I'm not actually looking at the game as often, I'm enjoying it a bit more. I know that's not really a good thing, but I'm kind of getting into it. Like, the core elements of... Oh, I don't even know what to call this. Like, the colonial era, you know? Constantly having, you know... I mean, this whole game has been politicking from word go, right? And I'm actually kind of digging that. Pause. Ugh.
No, thank you.
Also, this is not Skyrim music. This is Morrowind music. If you're asking why there's Morrowind music, it's because the absence of music was starting to drive me slowly but surely completely insane.
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of this.
Oh, God damn it. Mouse. I've also noticed, yeah, there's a recurrent theme about how we are super honorable and we have a very strict code and blah 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 for a mercenary corps that we are, and whatever this shadow company is apparently does not follow said code. Just interesting to think about. I know, but I always feel the need to point it out, Von Falkenstein. I have no Skyrim music on my computer. And there's a reason for that. But anyways. Not that I saw, Dakota? I don't know. So, I'm gonna quit everything. Because it's lunch break. I'm gonna actually shut down everything and hope that fixes the desync issue with the delay we're having. So I'm gonna chop off the recording now.